Okay, hello and welcome to the stream. Only 4 minutes off when I intended to start. I won't say late because I never actually officially said when I was going to start, so hence. This is the Apollonian. I'm filming with natural light, so we got to get as much light in as possible. I'm eating breakfast because food is important and I'm a hot mess. So, welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. Today is Tuesday, which is Warhammer 40k Day, which might be a type of day, except I can't find my notebook to type from, so we're gonna have something fun instead. Let me just check this. Let me check a little better. I think, maybe. There we go. Just want to get, and, oh, okay, this is important. This is why we check these things. Okay. No, okay, I don't like that. Do you like it better on it? Sorry. Bailey's being finicky. Okay, we do it this way today. Bailey's being finicky about food, and you know what? We lesson, because Bailey is a good machine. Yes, you are. You're good at what you do, and you're letting me stream, and I appreciate it. Okay, and you are charging. Yes, you are. Good job. Okay. Now, we, hello and welcome to the stream. For those of you who don't know, alright, Pop. Okay, sorry, I need to make my majiggy what's-it do the thingamabob. And I mean do the thingamabob. What is a majiggy what's, you might ask? Okay. For those of you who don't know, I have a Discord, actually, and I will do the thing because I know if I don't, Sig will end up yelling at me if he comes in, which I hope he will eventually. Basically, where is it? There it is. In my, youth, let's see. Okay, yes. So my grand plan is eventually to find a way to do a one-shot showcasing all these characters I've created. For the Rogue Trader, and for everything else. And I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. I apologize if I miss you. Does anyone object to a little bit of world building? I think that could be fun. And I have a. We're gonna do a thing. It's gonna be awesome. Just trust me. I know it sounds crazy. Hear me out. We're gonna do a thing. It's gonna be awesome. Just first thing I'm gonna do is bring up this. Okay. You ready? We're gonna go planet. Let's see. To open. Planet Y. Ogunda. Yes, we named it. And I need to keep that up. And yes, it is not. It's Ogun is a forged deity of a religion that I'm not quite sure which religion. I remember hearing about it, and it was anyway. Beautiful. Okay. So we have the shenanigans going. So this planet, we're using a world builder that I was actually gifted, and there's actually a link to it on the Discord, but I was gifted this epic, cool, a lot of really epically cool Warhammer 40k stuff from a Atlas, and this is also my breakfast, and I apologize if eating on stream bugs you, but you might not want to watch my stream because I eat on stream quite frequently because I am hungry than me. We don't want this one. This is a planet generator. Okay. And I think what we can do is go. Let's use this one. All right, that one will work. That'll work. Okay, beautiful. Now what we got to do is boop. Perfect. I guess I have to eat this with my. I'm gonna leave that there for a little bit. Anyway, I have iced tea because it is afternoon tea with Lee. And liquid is important. And welcome. So, our grand plan is we were working on this Forge world, and we were kind of, but I keep going with it. And we actually we got our notes. So it's 58% ocean. It's got savanna, mostly savanna, I think. A lot of mountains. Some plateaus, some savanna, but mostly mountains. It has one active volcano. Got a lot of cliffs, too. A lot of cliffs. We were, messing around, rolling with the different things. And, it's itchy, sorry. My back's just itchy. Because my back is itchy. Yes. So, yeah. Hyro and whatever. Oh, yes. So, we did a whole lot of rolling for terrain types, and we did, and the only thing we rolled was a population table. So, we rolled, and we got a 21, so it's a Forge world, and it's not a very thick atmosphere. It's a very thin atmosphere. It is, however, breathable. It is thin but breathable, and it's got a nice little fluff to it. It's gorgeous. Also, waffle. And welcome. I'm new to the Discord tab because I know it bugs you. So our plan, such as it was, is to really dig into this world a little more. Ogunda. His name is Ogunda. Okay, so, and we, war. War is not fun. Okay, so here's our plan. So we're going to run up a population. And is she doing well? Settling in? How's she doing? Hopefully she's not doing too badly. It can be good. Moving into my own grandmother is thriving at her new assisted living house. She's loving it. But I know it's not the same for everyone. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not how you vibe. That is just no. I mean, the thing you say to that is, yeah, that's it. And then you just gotta say sucks to suck, but you can't live in your house anymore. Which, I mean, okay, she could, but she, if you don't like the new place, too bad, but don't try to gaslight the people into thinking they're happy when they're not, you gotta learn to live with the new stuff. I mean, it's what it is. But welcome to the stream. Hopefully that'll take your mind off things. And we are gonna make a thing happen. We're gonna roll up a population size for this planet. We have minus 30 because... Yeah, oh, yeah, not fun. I know you and your aunt do not get along, if I remember the family drama correctly. So... Okay, yeah, if they're gonna have you do stuff, they have to tell you that. That's only fair. Plus, you know, it's not like what are they gonna do? Deny that things happened? That, you know, like, you can't deny the history of that she used to not live there. Like, that's not a thing you can do. You just gotta... Well, anyway. Hopefully, your grandmother still likes you, so that's something. I don't know what else to tell you. But we're gonna roll population for this awesome world, and hopefully that'll help with distraction. All right, we're gonna type this up. Population. Population. Okay, we got this. You ready? Okay, so it is a minuscule, I think it's minuscule, right? Circumference is 11, we didn't actually write down go back up. It was 2d10, right? So no, it was a d10 plus, no, it's tiny. It's only tiny. It's not minuscule, it's tiny. Right, it's tiny, not minuscule. I know that doesn't make that much of a difference, but it's, you know, it's an important distinction. Okay. Okay, so we do a, so because it's tiny, we get minus 20. Because it's a forge world, we get plus 20. So I think we just roll and take the roll because it evens out for the forge worlds, which I think is pretty cool. All right, we got these 2 dice. It's a pretty decent set of D100s, you know? We're gonna... Did actually blowing on them help? That's an important question. I do not know the answer. We shake, and we roll. Okay, that's a... Alright, that one's weird angle. Alright, very clearly meant to be 50, and 1. Okay. 51. That is our thing. 1d10 100 million. Okay. It's got a very dense population. Alright. 1d10 100 million. It's not in the billions, so, you know. That's something. I mean, Earth's got 7 billion, and we're not even that cramped. At least, not in all parts of Earth, so, figure. We could spread everyone out a little. I do not know. That's the next step. That is an important question. Or deep. Because it's mostly mountains, right? So you figure, especially in a forge world, large chunks of it could all be underground. Because obviously the savannah is going to be, they might not farm the shit out of it. That's an interesting question we have to answer. Did they farm the shit out of the savannas to help food production, or did they just ignore it and go, for whatever. Okay. 3d10, no, it's not 3d10, it's 1d10 100 million. At least we only have to roll 1d10, because I do not have that many, well, no, I have plenty of d10s, who am I kidding? It's just a pain in the ass to roll them. Okay, we are going to find this d10, because it's pretty. Ready? 7. So 700 million. Okay, so population is 700 million, give or take a few. Because population are... I was laughing when you, were, sorry. When you did Alfheim and the population reached 2 billion in 2090, and I'm like, sure, okay. Although, with the resurgence of infectious diseases, and it might go back down. We'll see. Okay. Boom. I think probably went deep is how they went. Because you gotta remember, it's mountains and cliff faces and stuff. So you probably have stuff built into the mountains and cliff faces, I would imagine. Especially if you have talented engineers. You know, that or you just... I mean, it's either that or flatten out the mountains to build, you know... So, okay, we got Death World Shrine. Oh, wow. Society. Oh, this is fun. Okay, I'm gonna be looking this way. It's not because I'm looking at you sideways. Okay, I should turn my head this way. Is it easier? Can I read if I turn my head this way? No, I can't. So I'm gonna have to nudge that way, right? Hang on. I'm gonna try to make sure that my head is visible when I read this way. The reason I have to read it, I have to turn my head to make it like... It's a whole thing. Anyway, though all planets of the Imperium are beholden to the authority of Holy Terra, the Emperor cares little for any individual planet is organized. Different social structures exist. Oh, this is fun. And even within each of these broad definitions on the table, below there can be variance and variety. You can define the politics and religious structure of your world as broadly as narrowly as you desire or is required. Oh, democracy is a system of government based on a few definite principles. All people are subject to the same laws and punishments. No one has any greater right to something than someone else. Hypothetically, you know, there's always... There must be respect for individual will and freedom, and no person has the right to rule arbitrarily over others, no matter... On matters of important political decisions, the whole population has a say. Votes must be made. Majority decision followed. On day-to-day running of the nation, the party of representatives makes the decisions and enforce the laws. These representatives must be voted into their position by the population. Those with who get the majority vote being given the responsibility. Hypothetically. A meritocracy system of government or other organization wherein the appointments are made and responsibilities are given based on demonstrated talent and ability rather than by wealth, family connections, class privileges, friends, seniority, popularity, or other historical determinants of social position and political power. In a meritocracy, society rewards those who show talent and competence as demonstrated by past actions or by competition. It can often be not as much a thing as you think. Hang on, whoa. I gotta be careful I don't fall off. Here, let me... Then I can scoop it. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. My room is a little bit of a hot mess, so positioning is just I can't... I mean, I could try, but if I did... I mean, my monitor also is attached to... Actually, it's not really attached to the keyboard as such, but it also has the camera on it, so if I twist the... Well, let's see. Bailey, you ready? We're going to try something a little wonky. Just for the sheer... How about you there? Okay. Yeah, no. Might be easier, but I can't get the camera is gonna... I'd have to readjust, and I don't... It's a thought, but I can't flip it back and forth, and half the pages are printed the other way anyway. So that's the thing about not having separate. I got another camera, but I couldn't get it positioned right, so I just kept this camera, but then it's the one that's attached. The mic sucks, but we just got another mic, and I used the other camera for the mic, and then as a dice cam, but then... Better setup is a useful thing. Unfortunately, I am not a wealthy NB, so monies are, you know, not happening. Ugh. But, you know, this way works. Okay, so there's a dictatorship. Absolute power. The will is law, and they can make and change rules as they see fit. There will be government body to oversee the day-to-day running of the society, but dictator can change, increase, decrease their power at will. The dictator can be elected, voted into position by the population. Actually, yeah, hereditary. Or tyrannical. Yeah. Elected dictatorships is actually quite a popular form of government in certain countries. Actually, Adolf Hitler was an elected dictator initially, so, you know. It's not unheard of. Monarchy, there is a monarch who has the position through either election or hereditary right, but who rules through according with a written constitution. Technically, a hereditary dictatorship is really just an absolute monarchy, and a monarchy, as they're defining it, is really a constitutional monarchy. There's a slight... and monarchs are almost by definition heretical. Although... and there almost always are laws which the monarch might follow. I mean, this one is a extra generated content. Now, if you printed it, you could just spin the page, and it you know, so it wouldn't be that big a deal. Or if it was in a book, like when the Rogue Trader Rulebook PDF, the what's the one? The backstory chart is printed sideways. I had to screenshot it and twist it to get it a proper, you know, copy of it, but it is, but if you have a physical copy of the book, you can just turn it, but we don't, so we do the best we can with this. Hang on. Let's see. A government party exists to oversee the monarch, which has the power to make rulings based on the Constitution, which can override any decision the monarch makes with conflicts with the Constitution. The Constitution can be amended only by a majority vote. So, constitutional monarchy. Oligarchy is a form of government where power effectively rests in a small elite segment of society, distinguished by royal wealth, family, or military homogeny. However, not all oligarchies are run by a few noble families. Some powerful merchants or guild members may also have positions of power. Whatever their origins or source of wealth, they keep the authority only through the wealth and the fact that they are financing society from their own pockets. The official religion of the Imperium is the Imperial cult and can be found in practice on most worlds. It is relentlessly preached by the men of Storm, and touted as one of the true faith of mankind. There are, however, some variants and even corruptions of the Imperial cult. Ooh, we might have heretics. I mean, we don't. We have, you know. But still, this is exciting stuff. There's also the cult of the Emperor as the Omnissiah, which I use heavily. It's actually kind of fun. The Emperor as the Omnissiah is a really cool idea that I run with a lot in my Warhammer 40k shenanigans, so, you know. Wait a second. All right. Local religion is one that follows the imperial cult in all but name. It may contain an emperor-like figure and have saints that fulfill the same function as imperial cult saints, whether through ignorance or tradition. Some worlds practice their own brand of the imperial creed. Most worlds, I would say. I would say some is more like most. A machine god religion is very focused on a brand of local religion in which the emperor is regarded as the Omnissiah. Emperor is Omnissiah. and the machine spirit is worshipped alongside that of the Emperor. It is most typically found amongst those of the Adeptus Mechanicus or residents of the world administered by the Adeptus Mechanicus. A heretical religion is one that blasphemes against the Emperor and devotes its worshippers to the dark gods of chaos or unsanctioned perversions of the imperial cult. Small cults can exist among the population of any planet, and this is usually the case. However, there are rare times when a heretical faith is practiced and preached as the official religion of an entire planet. These planets are usually renegades and enemies of the Imperium, but some may slide under the radar, if only for a time. That is what happened with Renthok. The Imperial governor, started worshipping corn, and, the Imperial governor started worshipping corn, and kind of led the people, and the people led a revolt against the Imperial governor who was worshipping a chaos god, and they got the Imperium on their side by snitching on him first, essentially, to get the Imperial Guard on their side, and it was a really ugly fight, and it ended where the the planetary arboretum that the Imperial governor had set up, where a bunch of his people were like climbing trees to shoot down, and Saint Tandra, who was an Imperial Guard soldier from some other planet originally, who was fighting for Renthok, manifested a flaming sword and became a saint of the Emperor to chop down the tree and kill them all. It was kind of awesome, I'm not gonna lie. It's a big story on Renthok, but this is not Renthok. This is Ogunda, what is it? Ogunda, and this is Ogunda, and this is probably Machine Cult. But we'll see. Machine Cult is probably the way we go. Let's see. To determine the government and religion of planet, find the appropriate planet class column and use the values listed there. In case of a quarantined, war, or dead world, use the planet's original class. Okay. Cool. So, Forge World is 11 through 95 is the machine god, which means there is a slim but not non-existent chance that it does not worship the machine god, and that would be kind of fun. I'm gonna roll that one first. And then we're going to roll for government. I want to make sure we're not... Because if we're dealing with something that doesn't worship the machine god, we got to figure something really crazy out. 11 through 95. Ready? 90. Okay, we came close. We came close to a heretical world. We did not. They are not heretics. We worship the machine god. This is important. Machine god. Engage the linkage Omnisaya. Engage the linkage Omnisaya. Engage the linkage Omnisaya. Engage the linkage Omnisaya. Our truth has come online. You know, all that jazz. Here we go. Are we ready? All right, so we got that going. Fire, flame, play fire. Right. So for a Forge world, we do not get a chance at a democracy. We don't even get a chance at democracy or a elected dictator or an elected monarchy. We do not get elections on a Forge world. Forge worlds do not get elections, apparently. I mean, I would... You know what? F it. We'll go with the no elections deal. We're a Forge world. We don't get elections. Gundam does not get elections. We will see what we get instead. Hive worlds also don't get democracy. No, that's not fun. It'd be interesting to see a democratically run Hive. I mean, of course you can overrule any of this if you're creating a planet specifically, but like... Alright, let's roll for Forge world. Let's see what we get. You ready? Should we use the same D100s, or should we, switch it up? Maybe use... Ooh, let's use maybe these ones? What do you guys think? We got these ones. Proper D100s. Yes, we got the rainbow ones. Sparkly rainbows. Always a good option. We got the fancy resin ones. Beautiful. We got the ones we've been using, the red ones, that almost gave us heresy. And what else? That's still the ones we have in the dice tray. We got others. Like, I have a whole... Probably dig a set or two out of the pretty pastel set, but, you know. What do you guys think? Oh, that's what I should do. That's what I should do. The next time... So this is from, D20 Collective. this is the set the pastel cut came in, and I put all my other pastel sets in there because I bought the pastel set as a... And it comes, they also have the all blue sets, which come with that. And if I got that and then transferred the blue ones into the blue box bag, I think I did buy the blue set at one point, and I think I put half of them in the fish and then put half of them in with the regular things. But, or did I? Maybe I have the bag o' blue dice somewhere, and then I can transfer them to the blue box spice bag. All right, but which of these should I use? Which set do you think? What do you guys think? Anyone have any thoughts on it? Oh, careful. All right, let me check something real quick. I only have 2 viewers. All right. We're going to roll. Do you know what? We're going to roll to see what dice we roll. Because I am feeling dicey. And dice are cool. And this is a fun little fudge die. So, what we're going to do is... Plus we go with these ones. Where's my... Or do we... No. Okay, I almost lost a die. Plus we go with these ones. Then, minus we go with these ones. Also, excuse me. Oh, sorry. And, a blank side we go with the red ones. You ready? We're going to roll to see which dice to roll because, you know what? That's a vibe. And I think that could be fun. So we're going to do this. Roll your dice. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Minus. So we're going with these ones. Okay. Now, put those back in the dice tray. Put the fudge die back in the dice tray. And get these guys to go. Well, you could have picked out which dice we rolled, and then I wouldn't have had to roll for it. You could have suggested a set, but we're going to go with these ones. That's a 61. Okay. 61. Let's see what we got with the chart. Agri Forge is 61 is 56 through 100. Okay. Oligarchy. Okay, fair. So, oligarchy is pretty, oligarchy, is oligarchy, and oligarchy. I have to figure out where the oligarchs come from. We're gonna keep these dice out, actually. We'll hang on, let me turn them right side up so that they get the good mojo, as you do. And then you... Wait, hang on. Boom, boom. Sorry. I know it's silly. Just a couple of the dice are not... You always have to put your... No, that's the wrong side up. Dice highest side up because otherwise they get bad juju. Everyone knows that. Anyway, my point being... let's... No, the 6 is on this side. Yeah, this side is the 6. Okay, good. All right, so we got a 61, which means we have an oligarchy. Let's see what else we got. Title table. All right. Oh, this one's printed right side up. No, it doesn't. All right. Ooh, do we have Adeptus Serestas? Do we get Adeptus Seresta? Do we get an Adepta Tele... Ooh, do we get an Adepta Telepathica? How much? Okay, hang on. The branches of the Adeptus Terra are present on the different worlds in varying degrees to determine what Adepta are present on a planet and to what extent they are involved in the planet's politics and daily life. Consult the tables below. At each class of world, each branch of the Adepta Terra is listed with the dice value. Roll the indicated dice for each Adepta and consult the Adepta presence table below. To determine the normal everyday presence and influence that the Adepta has on the world. Following the tables, there is a brief explanation of what each level of presence means. Use the original planet class value for quarantine, war, dead worlds. Okay, so that's the one that has the Adeptus table. This one, Adepta presence table, which is not below as such. More like above, but you know, technicalities. So if it's a 3 or less one, none. 4 to 6 is token for administrative purposes only. 7 through 9 is light, specific duties, not involved in the wider planetary affairs. And if you only get 1d10, that's pretty much the highest you're going to get. 10 to 12 is small, involved quietly and obtrusively. Yeah, so if you only have roll a 1d10, that's the highest you're going to get. 13 to 15 is moderate, has offices, planetary duties, are widely known, notable, a powerful force in its own area of expertise. Means, hang on, 1d10, d5. Forbidden roll is GM's discretion. D10, 4d10. So, on a shrine world... Okay, that's the Inquisition. Yeah, okay, fair. Ministorum on a shrine world, yeah. So there are... 5d10s is the Mechanicus. Okay, Forge World is freaking... Okay, yeah. Of course the Mechanicus is on the Forge World. Boom. Ah, yes. Yes. Yeah, of course, that's because that's their natural curative to infection is... Even today, at a certain point of infection, you can't really save the limb. You gotta cut it off. You know, if there's unmetastasized cancer or a really nasty infection, sometimes amputating... Oh, live Foxers. Hi, welcome. I have refused to buy followers because I don't really want to be famous as such. I just want to make people see my content. Does that make sense? So I wouldn't want to force anyone to watch my stuff. Even if, you know, I don't have any money to pay them with anyway. So, you know, like I'm not going to pay people to watch my stuff because A, I don't want to force them if they're not into it. And B, you know, I don't exactly have the cash. But you yourself are welcome to come and hang out with me if you want. You are absolutely, and if anyone in the chat really wants to buy followers, I'm not going to stop them, but I would suggest against it. But you are, of course, welcome, even if you're pitching for those people, are welcome to hang out and watch with us. We're doing planet building right now. I'm Lee, by the way. She, they, vibes today, just remember I'm not a woman. Yeah, okay, cool. So, what else? Oh, yes, so the different, I'll read out the different types of, Adeptus, you know. The Adeptus Arbites are no mere enforcers. They are the first line of defense against heretical uprising and rebellion. They report not to the planetary governor, but to the Adeptus Terra itself. Their only loyalty is to the Imperium, and they're ruthless in seeking the false worshippers and those that only pay lip service to the Imperial law. The Adeptus Arbites are loyal to nothing save Imperial law. Even the all-powerful planetary governors may be arrested or disposed of. While they are a formidable presence with the great authority, they can only act to defend Imperial law and have little influence beyond this. The Astra Telepathica is the monumentally important branch of the Adeptus Terra. They are responsible for the collection and sanctioning of all psychers in the Imperium. They are two divisions of the Astra Telepathica, the League of Black Ships and the Scalesta Psychana. The former works closely with the Adeptus Arbites and even the ever-secretive Inquisition, to collect and transport psychers to the Scalesta Psychana facilities and Holy Terra itself for sanctioning. Most psychers are sacrificed to sustain the Emperor, but few who show strength and promise are trained to service many vital positions in the Imperium, such as the important astropaths or even as Adeptus Astartes librarians. You have to get caught early for that one. Based on Mars, the Adeptus Mechanicus are the stewards of all technology in the Imperium. Whereas factories of the Forge Worlds are the domain of the priesthood of Mars, and from there is where most of the Imperium advance in technology is produced. The tech priests are also vital in maintaining much of the Imperium's more technologically advanced equipment, not the least of which is the Emperor's life-sustaining Golden Throne. While technically a part of the Adeptus Terra, the Adeptus Mechanicus is reality and empire within an empire. The Administratum is the administrative and bureaucratic division. Hang on, let me just double check that. Okay, good. Of the Adeptus Terra, consisting of untold billions of clerks, scribes, administrative staff, constantly working to manage, to manage the Imperium at every level, from assembling war fleets to levying taxes. Its largest departments, comprising of the Adeptus Terra, the mere administration of the Imperial Palace is estimated to involve about 10 billion adepts. Billions of administrative officials on Terra and throughout the galaxy are constantly carrying out population censuses, working on tides, recording and archiving information, and the million other things that are necessary for the running of the Imperium. I actually have a really cool idea for a... Here, I'll pop back up. if it helps. I actually have a really cool idea for I don't know about a sitcom. I I don't think we have enough natural light coming through to act as a sundial, although all my light is sunlight from the sun. It is a little bit cloudy, so, and I only have windows, so it's not exactly a huge one. Oh, but the main thing is I have a really cool idea. So the Adeptus Terra, my grand plan for I don't know about sitcom exactly, but it was going to be a story based on the Adeptus Administratum and the Planetary Census Bureau, and catching planets that got mixed up with the planetary census. They had a damage control team that one of the high up adepts created while he was blackout drunk, and then just didn't dismantle. So they don't get any funding or they barely get any funding, and they're trying to, make it work. Go visit these planets, record information, figure out why the census is screwed up, and get shenanigans involved with it. And it's awesome. They get this astropath, and anyway, she has there's some fun stuff with the astropath they get. Anyway, but shenanigans. Anyway, back to being sideways. The Ecclesiarchy, which is officially the Adeptus Ministorum, is the only official state church of the Imperium. It maintains and spreads the imperial cult throughout the Imperium, although the interpretation of particularly imperial cult dogmas varies throughout the Imperium. Any extreme deviance from its strictures is considered heresy and dealt with in great severity. The Ecclesiarchy is not part of the Adeptus Terra, but wholly separate organization. Yeah, it was briefly, or it briefly was during the Age of Apostasy. There's this one asshole, Goj Vandire, who kind of took over both the Administratum and the Ecclesiarchy and reigned holy hell and was a miserable dictator no one liked. So to prevent that, they said the Ecclesiarchy could not have men at arms, but didn't specify people who weren't men. So then they started out with the Adeptus Soresta, who are all women, and badasses and nuns with guns, and the coolest of the they're just the coolest, the Adeptus Soresta. I don't know if we have Adeptus Soresta. Hopefully we have Adeptus Soresta. If it doesn't specify, we're putting them on. It does not specify Adeptus Soresta, but we're gonna have fourth-world Adeptus Soresta. It is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a thing. Just hang on. This is gonna have a thing. We're gonna do something cool with this, but I'll read about the other Adeptus first. At the head of the and it says is the Ecclesiarch, who by tradition is always one of the High Lords of Terra. Below him are the Cardinals, which are several thousand. Below the Cardinals are the Pontifices, Confessors, Ministores, and Preachers. The Inquisition! Nobody expects them. Is an organization that exists in the shadows of the Imperium. Its agents tirelessly seek out heresy, corruption, demon and Xenos influence, and eliminate it wherever it is found. As a completely autonomous imperial organization beyond the power of the Adeptus Terra, the Inquisition is immensely powerful. As the Inquisition's duties involve the scrutiny and policing of the other organizations of the Imperium, the Inquisition itself is answerable to no higher power except the Emperor. No one except the Emperor himself is beyond scrutiny of the Inquisition. Yeah, it's fun stuff. The Departamento Munitorum is Department of Administration devoted to the general administration, supply, and command of the Imperial Guard. The Munitorum has ultimate responsibility for the raising of new regiments, training of troops, provision of equipment and supplies, transportation of troops and equipment to and from theaters of war. It's primary logistical organization, like the Administratum. But while the Administratum deals with civilian logistics, the Munitorum deals with the logistics of war. Sorry. I'm trying not to tilt my head as much because I know it bugs you, but hi. This is fun stuff. Planets with a Mistborn or Machine God religion roll an additional 1d10 when determining the presence of Ministorum and Mechanicus, respectively. If the religion type is heretical, reduce the roll for the Ministorum by 2d10. Okay, so Ministorum. Oh, wow. Okay. So if it's less than a d10, you just don't get any. Okay. So we got d10s and d5s. I have one d5. It is really cool. Mostly I got it in the I think it's Dungeon Crawl Classics DCC. They have a lot of different dice. They do have d5s, and I bought a set, and because it was on Kickstarter, and they're really cool. And I use it instead of doing the d10 halved because freaking d5. Why would you not use your d5 if you had a d5? You know. we might end up rolling it. So, actually, hang on a sec. Let me look at the table real quick. Yeah, token. So the most we're going to get for any Adepta for the Ministorum is token. So, let's go with Arbites. D10. We got a D10 worth of Arbites. You ready? D10. Arbite. Okay, don't put it up 5 side up, right? That's how you do. Here, let me... That's an 8. Okay, so we have 8 on the... ooh, we have an 8. That's not good. I mean, it's not bad, necessarily. Slight. Oh, yeah. Because we only got a D10 worth. Slight. Specific duties not involved in the wider planetary affairs. Okay, so... Adeptus Arbites. We're gonna... We got some fun stuff. We're gonna write down all the Adeptus. Boop. Boop. Sorry. It's exciting stuff. You know. Okay, so here's the play. Also, now that I have you here, my plan, such as it is to see if I can script together enough people via Tuesday or Thursday. I might have to end up with it. Actually, we might have a one-on-ones. I might need you. We'll see how this goes. All right. We'll see how this goes. Let me just get Agunda all sorted out. Agunda. Because this is fun. We got slight Arbites presence, which is more than I was expecting, but you know. Let's see. Forge 1d10 for telepathica as well. Hopefully we have more than no telepathica. Ready? 9. Okay. We have more than no telepathica. We have slight telepathica. More than token, but you know. Astra telepathica. Okay. All right. Always save. Hit save. Save your work. Save your work. Save your work. All right. Let's do it. Adeptus, telepathica, the Mechanicus. We have 5d10. Okay. Well, there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Come on, we got one more d10. We have one more d10. We don't have any more d10. You know what? We're gonna have to use. No, we're not. We're gonna bust one out of these. Why? Because I said so. Let's see the top d10 on this one. We're gonna use this little pink one. Here. All right. You ready? Here we go. 5 d10s. Oh. I should have kept that. It was a 10, but you know. We're gonna roll 5 d10. It's gonna be good. Well, that's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 1. So, like, really average, actually. That's 18. That's 20. That's 23. On 5d10s, that's pretty close to average. 23. Okay, let's see what it says on the table. Ready? 23 is major. Oh, dominating. Yeah, if you get 25 or more, it's dominating. It's okay, I see how it is. So, if you're rolling 5d10s, the odds you get more than 25 are close to 50-50. Major. Powerful, influential force throughout the planet. Expected on a Forge world. Which means that the oligarchs aren't because it's not dominating, the oligarchs probably aren't Adeptus Mechanicus, which means there's somebody else on the planet. We got, okay, hang on. We got a, okay. Major is, no, Adeptus Mechanicus, Major, obviously, it makes sense. Which is the lowest we're gonna get on a roll of 5d10. Okay. Wait, hang on. 5d10 and it's an Adeptus. Wait. I think we're adding a d10. Hang on. So, wait. Department, plans with Ministor, Machine God, Religion, roll an additional d10. Okay, well, bring this out. That was a 9, right? We had it as a 9. So let me put this back out, and then we're gonna roll another d10. This d10. And which is also a 9. Okay, the pastel dice are really good for damage dice. Okay, good to know. So that's another 9, which brings it past to 25. Okay, that's dominating. Yeah, on 60-10, the lowest you can roll on 60-10 is... Actually, you can roll really low on 60-10. Is... You could still roll slight on 60-10, but the odds that you'd roll... Yeah, dominating. Makes sense. 9! Let's go with... dominating. Because it does have the official Cult of the Machine God religion, too, so, you know. It's a Cult of the Machine God. Cool. Okay, ready? I don't know. I feel like that's like a gesture that means something, and I don't know what it is. Oh, why not? Aww. Oh, the one where Honey said, if demons exist, then why can't Sasquatch exist? I mean, it is kind of silly, admittedly, but, you know, they're two girls out for hanging out and having fun. Like, I feel like that's the kind of silly conversation you do get into randomly, just when you're out with your friends, just doing random stuff like that. Let's see. 4 twirls. 5d10. Okay, so we got 5d10 for the Mechanicus. 2d10 for Administratum. Also true. 2d10 for the Administratum. Okay. We're going to use these two. One roll to 9, one roll to 1, so we'll see how they do for this one. 7 and a 9 on that one. Interesting. 7 and a 9. These rainbow dice are really good damage dice. They roll high. 7 plus 9 is 16, right? Yep. So let me look on the chart. And 16 is notable. A notable Administratum presence. Interesting. Very interesting. Here's an interesting thing, though. If there's a decent Administratum presence and a huge Mechanicus presence, do they fight? You think they fight sometimes? Ooh, that could be fun. We can play with that. We can work with that. Ogundam is starting to look like a really interesting tiny little ball of shenanigans. I love it. I'm excited. Cool, you know? Okay, okay, so we got major dominating. Okay, so we got the Administratum, the Ministorum, a D5. We only get a D5 for Ministorum. The most we're gonna get is slight because... Okay, yeah. We're gonna have to shut down the computer after the stream, but that's okay. Ooh, a 4. That's pretty high for a D5. Alright, let's see what we got. Token. Okay, it's token. Yeah, we have token presence, which is Adeptus. So that means there is not less than none. Yes, there is more than none. There is more than none, which means we get to have freaking Adeptus Seresta Mechanicus. I'm calling it. We're making this happen. Adepta Ministorum. Token. It means there is more than none, which means we can have some fun with that. Sorry. It's just exciting. Yes, executive decision. We are having Adeptus Seresta on a Forge world because it's going to be awesome. You'll see. It really is, because there's probably a Skitari. Well, let's see if there's any Imperial Guard here. The question is how much of the Munitorum. How do you pronounce that? Munitorum. Munitorum, yeah. The Munitorum. Let's see. Armor, yeah. Munitorum, which we did. Ooh, the Inquisition. Inquisition, what a show. And the Inquisition, here we go. I bet you're wishing that we'd go away. But the Inquisition's here, and it's here to stay. Hey, Takanada, what do you say? I just got back from an oil de fe. Oil de fe? What's an oil de fe? It's what you ought to do, but you do anyway. The Inquisition. Sorry, it's History of the World Part 1. It's a lot of fun. They never released History of the World Part 2. I'm hoping on it, though, because it would be really cool. History of the World Part 2 is going to be fun if it ever comes out. Just saying. The Inquisition for a Forge world is a D10. So we get a full D10. I'm going to roll this one, I think. I don't think I'm crazy. A 9. Okay, these dice want lots of drama, I guess. They want drama. Okay. Adeptus. No, the Inquisition. The Inquisition, which gets a 9, which, okay, is fair enough, slight. But there are Inquisitors kicking around. Right? That's more than slight. There's an Inquisition investigation going on. I'm liking this. There's an Inquisitor kicking around. Sorry. There's an Inquisitor kicking around. Gotta love it. Ooh, maybe they're recruiting tech priests. That's their... Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what the Inquisitor... We got that, but we got some Inquisitors, so that's fun. And then we got Departamento... Munitorum. Departamento Munitorum. Let's see what we got for these guys, because here we go. Let's see if we got some. Because if we got some, we could do some fun things with that. If we don't, we can also do some fun things. Let's see. Pharaoh World is a D5 Inquisition. Do they have any Inquisitors kicking around? That's the only thing Pharaoh Worlds get is Inquisitors. Yeah, Forge Worlds, though, get 2d10. So they get 2d10 worth of... it's these two. Ready? Forge Worlds get 2d10 worth of... That's a 1 and a 9. I feel like that's exactly freaking average. Oh, wait, but 10 is the one where it bumps on the chart, right? Small. So they have more than slight. They got small, which means... Not notable, but they or moderate. But we got small. Okay, we got that much at least. I'm gonna I can spring for my own... Hang on a second. I have infinite vibe... Hang on a second. I have infinite points, so I think I can... Can I treat myself to a reroll? That is a question. Because I have a lot of... I'm treating myself to a reroll. I know it sounds silly, but... I watch my channel enough, right? Hang on. Set 8. Okay, fair enough. We're sticking with 10. It's never mind. That was a silly thing to do. I probably shouldn't have trusted it anyway. But it's good to know I can in case trouble starts. I don't know what the trouble will start, but, you know. It's good to know I can use my own channel points. That's true. That's true, too. We'll stick with the original... role. But it is good to know I can. And... that's fair. It's interesting. Yeah, we only get small, which means we don't have a lot of Imperial Guard, which is fine. We don't need a lot of Imperial Guard because we already got freaking more than none on the Ministorum side. So, you know, we don't need Imperial Guard, but like it'd be nice to have a lot of Imperial Guard, but we don't need them. I'm sure we have. Plus, we can make Skitarii are technically Adeptus Mechanicus, so technically, even though they're... No, I do not want to do that. Do not do that. Sorry. I almost did a very bad thing, but I didn't. I did not push the wrong button. Okay, I did push the wrong button, but I fixed it, so, you know. You have a point. I cede to your point. Tech level. The level of technology common on a planet will determine a lot about its society and economy and will limit what is available to be bought or traded there. Okay, I doubt we're going to have any very particularly low tech levels because we're in Administratum, Adeptus Mechanicus world. Low available tech worlds plus Mechanicus worlds do not jive. But we'll see what the different ones are. Look into it, see what we got. Dice might decide to do really weird by us, and then we'll have to figure something out, I guess. Tech level given for a world is not absolute limit on what can be found there. It is simply a measure of what technological level indigenous people are at, and what is most common on the world. An industrial world can still have a spaceport in orbit and a high imperial settlement as its capital. A massive local simply kept at lower levels, so they're easier to control and administer. Ooh, okay. Tech level planet is determined by generating a value based on a number of factors. Planet size, atmosphere, hydrographics, population, even government type. Find the planet class in the baseline section and apply the appropriate modifiers for each planetary characteristic to determine what type of role needs to generate the character tech level. Stone Age worlds are inhabited by people who live in small family groups, dwell in caves or rough shelters, and use only the most basic of tools made of stone. People survive by hunting and gathering. Iron Age world. The people have started to learn how to shape and work iron to make more effective tools and weapons. They are also living in more substantial and sturdy buildings. Hunting and gathering is still common, though small farms may be seen dotted about. Steel Age worlds have seen the use of iron evolve into manufacture of alloys and steels for weapons, armor and tools. Farming and trade are ways of life for most people, and civilization started to gather in fortified villages and towns. The ruling classes live in large stone castles. Communication networks of couriers and carrier birds are common. Poor people of pre-industrial worlds mostly live by farming, and there are richer class starting to make use of new technologies and mechanical devices to aid in manufacturing. Printing presses make education and distribution of information more efficient. Industrial worlds have completely moved on from small farms and independent manufactories. Everything is mechanized and automated. Population is mostly living in large cities, and computers are starting to become common in all things. Solid projectile weapons are the norm for military forces, and advanced armor has started to appear for personnel and vehicles. Early space worlds have developed basic spaceflight and may have established settlements on its own moon, even close neighboring planets in the same system. Basic las weapons may have been developed. Advanced space worlds have explored their own system, colonized any viable planets to be found there, and have set their sights on nearby systems to expand. Las weapons are common, and cybernetics are starting to become practical. Low Imperial worlds are where the advanced technology of the Imperium starts to be seen, but are not always available. Standard issue and common weapons and armor can be easily found, but rare, expensive, or high-tech items are still unavailable most of the time. Most Imperial worlds are mid-Imperial tech level, where most technology of the Imperium can be found. Only the most obscure or scarcely found items of technology can't be found on these worlds. High Imperial worlds are peak of Imperial technological advancement outside of the greatest hive worlds and Adeptus Mechanicus worlds. Anything, even, and everything that can be bought on the open market can be found on these worlds, and local troops have access to most advanced weapons, armor, and equipment. Advanced worlds are those that have access to limited or developing technology. In the Imperium of humankind, only the greatest hive worlds and forge worlds have this level of technology. Um, okay. So the roll. Okay, so we got, let's see, Hive World, Agri World, Forge World, 80 plus 1d10. So 80 plus, so we're already looking at mid-imperial at the very least, figures. Unless we get, well, actually there are factors. Okay, so size 1 or less for a Forge World is plus 2 to 4 is plus 10. Okay, so we get plus 10 because we're small. Atmosphere 3 or less is plus, I think we're at, hang on. Atmosphere, I think we definitely get a plus 10, so that's 90 at bare minimum. Well, 91 at bare minimum. Let's see. We have thin. Yeah, we have thin. No, I think we have tainted. We definitely have thin. Yeah, I think it's a 4. I think we have tainted atmosphere. I'm pretty sure. Let me check, actually. We have it written down. Thin and tainted. Yep, so we have 4 on the atmosphere, which I think might entitle us to a little extra plus. Although, kind of sucks for, exactly living, but it might give us more tech. Let me look. Tech level. Forge World, 3 or less. Nope, we don't have that. Or A+. Nope. So we have, 90 plus a D10 so far. Then we have population is less than 1 million. That's all. Oh, wait. Less than 1 million for a Forge World is plus 5. So 95 bare minimum. Okay. Because we have 700,000. Society, democracy, meritocracy, tyrannical, religion. Meritocracy, democracy, tyrannical, dictator. We don't have any of that. We have machine god. So a Forge World, a machine god is plus 20. Okay, so we got over 100 guaranteed. Because 90. Yeah, we have over 100 guaranteed. Adeptus Presence, Mechanicus is 22 plus. Is another plus 20, so we have 110 automatically, even without rolling. And then, okay, Minotaur 9 or less. Yeah, okay, so minus 5, because we don't have Imperial troops. But, so it's 95 bare minimum. Yeah, I think we're... Okay, I think if we roll more than a 2 on the D10, I think if the math... No, more than a 5. All right, let me do the math again. We might just be advanced without having to roll based on our factors. Okay, so we got 80. Plus 10 is 90. Plus... Wait, hydrographics gives us a bonus too. 0 or 9. Neither. Okay, no, we don't get a both. Okay, but we do get a plus 5, so that's 90. With a plus 5, that's 95. That's 115. Mechanicus 22 plus is 115. 135, and then minus 5 is 130. Okay, so we get 130 plus a D10, so let's roll the D10 just to see what we get, but 139. Yeah, okay, that D10 likes us. Okay, 139. So, yeah, we have advanced tech. We are advanced tech level. I was going to say, we're not getting that small tech levels. We're advanced tech level. I like this. Okay, so we have all the tech. All the time. Makes sense. Religion, machine god, government, oligarchy. Tech level. Advanced. Okay. Boom. Right. Save. Okay. We got tech level. Now what else we got? Let's see what else. It's tech level. Okay. Ooh, defenses. Oh, what do we got in terms of defense? This is fun. Okay, I probably have some Skitari, but... Alright, let's see. Let's see what we might have in terms of defenses. We might have less than, it's 50%. Yeah, we don't have a... This is what the forces on the planet has to defend itself from enemies, both domestic and foreign. The forces can be mustered in defense of a planet, and its settlements come in a few different forms, which are described below. Enforcers are local law enforcers and security forces. Militia, part-time soldiers who have civilian jobs but can be called upon to fight when required. Standing army, the normal full-time, fully trained warriors of the planet, usually known as the Planetary Defense Force. We got a PDF. Armored forces, armored mechanized divisions. Titan Legion. Some worlds have mighty War Titans machines stationed there permanently. We might have Titans. I mean, we're a Forge world. We probably have a good shot at those. Private armies. Wealthy people or organizations can have their own private armies. Ooh, if we get private armies, we got to figure out who has them, and then that could be fun. That could be fun. Who's got the private army and why? If the oligarchs are... Ooh, okay, hang on. We'll see. If we get private army, we could have some fun with that. Because we do not have a lot of Ministorum presence. Although if we have Imperial Guard, we don't have a lot of Ministorum presence. That must suck for the Imperial Guard troops, But we'll see. Naval Forts. The ships belong to the Imperial Navy that are usually stationed in orbit. Orbital space stations. Space stations with defense weapons like lasers and missiles. Missile silos. Planetary. Missile silos can be launched missiles over the surface of the world. Silos with the ability to launch against ships in orbit. Defense lasers. Huge laser batteries that can fire on orbiting ships. Mercenary forces. Hired muscle. Brought in to fight for the money. There are 3 pieces of information that must be determined to generate the defenses. What type of defenses are present, what size they are, and what quality they are. Roll on the next table to determine what defenses are present. If the next table, resulting values below that list, the defense type is present. So it's try to roll under. The defense present on Quarantine, War, Death, or Forbidden and Xenos worlds is at the GM's discretion. Once the present of different types of defenses is determined, roll on the second table to determine size. Okay, let's see what we got. We got options. So let's see. Enforcers, a Forge world has 50%. Ooh, we have 80% chances at armored forces. Let's hope we get some. Okay. Let's hope we get some. I'm going to use these D100s because I feel like they're going to do us well. I'm not going to do us dirty. Of course, I could be eat my words on that one. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that's 35 for enforcers, which means under 50, so we have at least some law enforcement. Cool beans. Okay, so defenses. So we have enforcers. Okay, we have cops. We have cops. That sucks to suck, but I guess we can't avoid all the terrible things. Let's see, what else we got? Militia. Do we have a militia? We only got a 20% chance of having a militia. That's 50. Okay. So, no militia. Do we have a standing army? We have a 60% chance at a standing army, so we actually have a decent chance at those. Do we have an army? 94. Okay, we do not have an army. Hell, I don't have an army. Okay. Armored. Do we have armored forces? So we don't really have an army as such. But we might have armored forces. So we don't have infantry troops. If we have armored forces but no standing army, it means we just don't have infantry troops, I'm pretty sure. That's what that means. Okay. If I stop throwing the dice around and actually roll them... There it is. If I stop throwing the dice around and actually roll them, we could actually get a result and figure out if we had armor forces or not. Whew. Okay. Fun stuff. Still only 2 people watching, but that's okay. Boop. Okay. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Do we have armored forces? 43. Yes, we do. Okay. We do have armored forces. We have enforcers, we have cops, and we have tanks. No infantry. Lovely. Okay. I think we can work with that, maybe. Do we have a Titan Legion? We might get a Titan Legion. We have a 70% shot at a Titan Legion. 70%. Those things are awesome sauce. Titan Legions are... I want a Titan Legion. I mean, we only have a 70% chance, so it's not a guarantee, but we might have one. 80. Guess no Titan Legion. Can't always get what you want. But we do have armored, so we have tanks and stuff. That's fun. So we have no Titan Legion. We get a 5% shot at private armies. Which makes sense. I mean, I'm gonna roll it, because... 40. Yeah, no private armies. Probably just as well. We got tanks. We're good. We have tanks. Naval forces. We have a 90% shot at naval forces? Okay, so we might have Navy people. We probably have Navy people. Although, as they say, 77. We do have naval people. So we have armored forces, Imperial Navy. So we have couple Imperial Navy ships. We have tanks. We got cops. Okay. See what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Orbital space stations. We got an 80% shot at having orbital stations. Now, that doesn't mean we have them. I've proved anything. It's that well, maybe we roll bad for the quality, but we got, you know... Nope, 22. We get orbital stations, too. So we got, orbital stations. So we get orbital stations. Let's see. We get orbital stations. Do we have missile silos? We have a 90% shot at missiles. We get 90% shot at ground-based. Okay, so we have 23 for ground-based and orbital 76. That's 90% each. So we have both ground-based and orbital. Orbital missiles. That's fun. And then, okay, wait. Hit save, hit save, hit save, so you do not lose your work. Very important. Hit save. Okay. Do we have lasers? We do not have mercenary forces. Guaranteed don't have it, but we have a 90% shot at having lasers, so frickin' laser guns. 37, yeah, we do get, so we get, yeah, we're wasting all the good rolls on the super high ones and all them, whatever. It's fine. We have, been helpful for, we have defense lasers. We have defense lasers. We're a well-defended planet. What else could we have? Okay, now we have to roll for the size. Okay. We're on the second table to determine size. In the case of the Enforcers, Melissa, Standing Armies, Armored Forces, and Private Army types, the size of the defenses is percentage of the population. Reference to the results of the first table on this page with the next determine the size of each defense if present. Okay. Last step in generating so you roll on the size. Okay, I see. So you roll whatever the dice. Okay. Last step in generating planetary defense is determining the overall quality of the defenses present. If the planet has an Adeptus Mechanicus presence of 16 or more, add +5 to the base roll. Ooh. So we get to add +5 because we have, or a Forge World, so, and have like tons of Adeptus Mechanicus. So we get to add +5 to the quality roll. So, what is the quality? Hang on. So we automatically get better than poor quality everything. Because we're awesome like that. let's see it. So Forge World, if we do have, all right, hang on. Enforcers is, on a Forge World, is 2d10. All right, let's grab another d10. So we get 2d10 worth of oh, and if we have to roll percent of population. Okay, so it's a secondary? Okay, we're rolling on this one, I think. Oh, I see. Enforcers, militant, private armies. And then this one's is Titan Legion, Naval Forces. Okay, and then this one is... Hang on. Oh, and then that's the quality. Right, so we... Okay, so Enforcers, we roll... For Forge World, we roll 2d10, right? And then everything else we have to roll on the other table. That makes sense. So 2d10 for Enforcers for our Forge World. 5 plus 7 is 12. So we get 12, size of 12. Force, quantity. 12. So, large. Side of the defense, percentage of the population. Oh, actually, so it's percent... of population is... Hang on. Percent of population is large. So, percent of population is large. And then large for... for Forge World, large is... 16%. I see how that goes. So we have 16% of our population is Enforcers. You know what we're going to do? 16% of... Percent goes, I go back. Okay, there's 16% of the population. Then we get a +5 to the roll for quality. Let's roll for quality next. We're gonna roll size and then quality for each of them. That's how we're gonna do it, I think. Yeah, we'll roll size and quality for each of them. Let's do it. Enforcers. Okay, so we got Agri World, then quality. And Enforcers for Forge World is 2d10 for quality +5. So it's 2d10 +5 because we have good Mechanicus presence. That's an 8. +5 is... That's 13. Okay. So we have medium quality. So we don't have great Enforcers, but they're competent, at least. Okay. Then we got Armored Forces. Armored Force. We got Tank Division. How much of a percent of the population? Yeah. Armored Forces. We don't have a... We have Armored Forces is 3d10. Let's grab another d10. Another one. So we have 3d10 worth, in terms of, yeah, 3d10 worth of Armored Forces, and we have no private armies. So that's a 10, a 2, and a 10. That's 22. Okay, that's a lot. Force size table, 22. Massive. Okay, we have a lot of tanks. In a Forge World, that's 34% of the population. 34%. Alright, so 34% of population. And quality, we get to roll again. Hopefully it won't roll low. Hang on. Armored Force. Yeah, that's that one. For Forge World, Armored Forces is 3d10 in the quality department. 3d10. Yep. Okay, so we get 3d10 for our Armored Forces. Come on, everyone. Good tanks. No. Nope. Come on, we want really good tanks. That's a 7, and a 4, and a 10. So that's 21? Yeah, that's 21. Okay. And for quality is high quality. Okay. So we got high quality. Yeah. We have manned forces, but we have high quality. We have good tanks. We better have good tanks. All right, let's look at the Imperial Navy in terms of size. All right, that's on the other side. So Titan Legions, we don't have. Naval Forces, we don't get Titans, but we have Naval Forces. So as a Forge World, we get 3d10 on that size. For, I guess we got a lot, 3d10 for a lot of stuff. For the size of our naval batteries, how much in the Navy? And if it's 2 guys in a barrel with lasers, like, okay, well, how many got? Well, okay, these dice like to roll high. That is 27. 27. Okay, let's see. 27. So for okay, so we have massive naval. It doesn't specify exact population size or anything. Probably because it's not from our. They're not from our population. The Imperial Navy guys are just there. We have massive Imperial Navy presence, though. We have massive Imperial Navy. I guess, yeah. Massive Imperial Navy, and then how quality are they? Let me see. Forces, Naval Forces. For quality, we get Forge World. Naval Forces is 3d10. Yep, we still get 3d10 for quality as well. Let's give us good Navy, guys, because we really want. Well, that's a 6 and an 8 and a 5. So that's 11 plus 8 is... 8 plus 11 is 19. So not... I remember 19 is... medium to high. Okay. Massive presence. Okay, so they're decent, or pretty good, actually. Orbital station. Let's see how big our orbital station is proportionally. So we got actually decent, you know. At least we got the Navy. Even if our orbital station rolls really low on size and quality, at least we got the Navy. So, size is... Orbital stations for a Forge World is 2d10. 2d10 for orbital stations. So we're going to use these two. 3 and a 4. That's 7. So we don't have a lot of orbital. We get... Oh, no. It's medium. So we have a medium amount of... medium presence. Hopefully we can get more for quality out of that. Yeah, so... Armies for stations. Orbital stations for Forge World, we get 3d10. Yeah, I think we get 3d10 on oh, plus 5. 3d10 plus 5 for the quality of... Oh, medium high. Hang on, we got a 19... Oh, we got a plus 5 for the quality of... So we got high quality because we got a plus 5. I forgot about that. Yeah, we got a high quality because we got a plus 5 on the Imperial Navy. Do we have a high quality? That's the question, is do we get the +5 bonus? Hang on, do we get the +5 bonus for the Navy? This is an important question. Yeah, no, we get the +5 bonus on the Navy because we make sure they get the best of quality equipment because we're hooking them up with stuff. Orbital station, let's see on the quality. So we get 3D10 +5 quality. That's a 10. Okay. We only get 13 quality on our orbital station. 13 +5, so luckily we have a +5. So 13 +5 is 18, so medium high quality of orbital station. Orbital station's not the best. Thank goodness for the +5 though, I will say. Alright, let's see about our missiles. So we got pretty good. Ground-based missiles. Okay. Ground-based missiles. Let's see, for the quality on those, we get Missile Silos Planet is 3D10. Wait, that's for the quality. We need size first. We only get 2d10 worth for size. Yeah, we only get 2d10 for size. That's a 7, and that's a 1. That's an 8. Wait, we get planet? Yeah, 2d10. So only 8 for size. So we don't have a huge amount of ground-based laser missiles. Yeah, we only have medium-sized. Medium presence. And we get 3d10 on the quality, though, because... +5. 3d10 +5 on the quality, because we got... Alright, 5 plus... Okay, well, 9 plus 5 is 14, 15, 16, 20, 21. Okay. That's high quality, but just barely? High quality, but just barely. Alright, so we get high quality ground-based lasers, because we have... My plan is, as soon as we finish out the defenses, I'm gonna end the stream, shut down the computer. We're both gonna take a nap. But I appreciate y'all hanging around. And I'm out of tea, but I have water, so I realize I have water in a mug and tea in a glass is a little weird, but that's okay. Cool beans. So we got that going. We got. Let's see. So in terms of orbital missiles, so we got orbital missiles and then the defense lasers, and that's it. Orbital missiles size, we get, for orbital missiles, we get 3d10 for the orbitals, for size. That's 4 plus 9 plus 3 is 16. So we get 16 in terms of size, which brings us to huge. Just barely, but it's huge. Orbital missiles. And then the quality is... also 3d10, I believe, for... Yeah. 3d10 plus 5. Plus 5 is really helping with the quality, I would say. Well, that's a 9, plus a 9 plus a 1 is 19, plus 5 is 20 something. It's high quality. So orbital stations, but is not the greatest, but still very good. Everything else is amazing, and well, we haven't spoken to the lasers yet, but we might roll all ones on the lasers and just have 2 guys in barrels. Although we do get the plus 5, so that's 8 minimum, which is, let me see. Yeah, so yeah, we're probably gonna at least medium, but we'll see. Let's assume we get the full 3D10s. Defense lasers. Okay, first we see the size. Is for Forge World is 3D10. For the lasers. Not okay. 9 plus 9 plus 8. So we have massive laser batteries. Yeah, we have massive. 9 plus 9 is 26. Yeah, massive laser batteries. Okay. So we just have to keep the good rolling for one more to have decent quality lasers, or we're gonna end up. All right, so we have 3 of these for quality. I believe it's for quality. We will double check this. Maybe lasers are, yeah, 3D10 for Forge World quality on the lasers. We don't have mercenaries, so. All right, 7 plus 4 plus 1. That's 5. That's 17. Yeah, I spoke too soon on the great rolls. 17. Yeah, plus 1 plus 4 is 5, so it's, yeah, plus 5 is 17, because we have the plus 5, which means we have medium to high quality, so it is the lowest quality. So our orbital stations and lasers aren't the very best, but they're still dang sight above most anyone else's. Then we got, our enforcers are kind of meh, but our armor, the Navy guys we have kicking around, the missiles are top-notch, and we are, I'd say we're set. So we have a Forge World with some decent defenses, an oligarchy machine god. We definitely have, hang on. We're going to say Adeptus Ministorum token. I'm putting the Adeptus Arresta in because before I forget. Because that's probably the only Ministorum presence that we got if it's just token. I'm putting that in. I'm excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. This is going to be so much fun. I love planet building, and I know a lot didn't come, but that's okay. Next time I'll try to remember to put the schedule in ahead of time for like tomorrow and that, so you guys can, you know, decide if you want to make it and if you want to prioritize. But thank you for coming. I really appreciate it, and hopefully next week we can have some fun stuff happening. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, stay safe, drink lots of water, and stay safe, stay fed, stay hydrated, and I really hope that you're all doing well. Discord. Don't forget, I have a secret code that you can use on this cool website to get fun jewelry at a 20% off, which is always nice. Stuff like, I just had this. Stuff like this at 20% off. You know, come on. This is cool stuff. And stuff like that at 20% off if you use my special secret code. Cool jewelry, Discord. I think you're all in the Discord. And what else? We're going to raid for the next part. Let's see what we got for raiding. I'm going to raid... Oh, let's raid Mike Disney. Yeah, we're going to raid Mike Disney. Let's do it. Yeah, we're going to raid Mike Disney. Everyone say hi. He does art. He always has the best music. We're going to hang in, pop in, say hello. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.